Aries, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing awesome today. I'm going to be doing a general reading. I've already cleared the energy of the cards and shuffled. So I'll just do a little bit more shuffling. We're going to do a 10-card Celtic cross spread. It's a general reading, so just take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for Aries today, please? What messages, what confirmation, what guidance do you have for Aries today, please? And again, always check your sun, moon, rising signs in case you have messages over there. Your first card is the Nine of Swords reversed. When a card comes out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. Eight of Wands. Four of Wands reversed. Okay, Knight of Cups. Three of Pentacles reversed. The Devil reversed. The Queen of Swords reversed. Thank you, Spirit. The Justice card. Six of Pentacles. And Six of Swords reversed. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so your first card that came out is the Nine of Swords. This card represents your current situation. It came out reversed. It's telling you to have faith, okay? This is Gemini energy. Reverse this card. This card has several different meanings, so I'll give you all the meanings because it's a general reading, and then you can take what resonates. So this is a card of faith, having faith. It's a card of recovery. It's a card of hope. Reaching out, learning to cope, facing life, improving in a situation, something's improving, learning to cope, finding help. It could also represent secrets. It could represent shame, guilt, remorse, regret, deep-seated fears. It's also a card of releasing worry, giving up, self-pity, self-loathing. This card is telling you to let go of negativity and stress. Again, learning to cope, facing life, opening up, accepting help. Nine of Swords could suggest that you have insomnia, you're having trouble sleeping. But Spirit is saying you need to trust in the present moment. You have to have faith in the universe that everything is happening for a reason. It might not make sense now, but it will, okay? This card reversed shows intense mental anguish. It's time to examine belief systems that no longer apply to your life and that are standing in the way of your progress. You're suffering because you refuse to face the cause of your problems. I think this message, if I'm remembering correctly, Aries, has come up in recent readings I've done for you. But don't quote me on that. It's just, I think so. So Spirit is saying that you're suffering because you refuse to face the cause of your problems. Honesty is called for if you are to resolve the situation. Okay? There is light at the end of the tunnel. It's a card of depression, recovering, problems, fears escalating. But let's just keep going and see what else Spirit has, what other messages. So your next message is the Eight of Wands. You can manifest multiple opportunities as a message with this card. Sagittarius energy. This card is telling you to have hope. This card represents exciting times, movement, things being very busy. It's a card that it's a card of action, rapid action, sudden action, having to think on your feet. It's a card of being swept off your feet, making a lot of progress. It could be sudden changes, excitement. It's telling you to just jump in. Freedom, negotiations. This card is full of fast moving potential. You need to be ready to spring into action. Whether you've set up things ready for action or you've been watching for your opportunity, Spirit saying the moment has come. And things may seem a little chaotic, a little crazy, but just jump in, maintain your focus, trust your instincts, and you will do well. Okay. And sometimes this card could indicate getting news or information that you've been waiting for, or quick, unexpected trips, holiday, being back on track, solutions, arrows of love. That it could represent 8 arrows of love. But yeah, this is a card of movement, action, excitement. Things happen rapidly. Success is assured. Follow through on what you've already put in motion. Start planning new goals. You've done something, Aries. You've shot your arrows into the air, and now they're speeding towards the target. This is a time for initiating the next phase of your enterprise. It could involve air travel or other movement. It's an exciting and hopeful period when you're likely to be extremely busy. Positive things are rapidly unfolding. Just establish the roles you want to play and let go of those that no longer suit you. So again, let go of anything that is not vibing with you, Aries. Let go of those that no longer suit you. The card that's on the bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. Know that you are supported and never alone, okay? This is the overall energy of the reading, the Five of Pentacles, Taurus energy. This card says you're dealing with some kind of hardship, some kind of loss. It's a card of isolation. It's a card of struggle. It could be a fear of loss, a card of recession, feeling abandoned. It could represent unemployment, temporary financial hardship, financial loss, poverty. It could represent a lack mindset, isolation again, bad luck, worry again, outcast, shame again, bankruptcy, failure, homelessness, divorce, breakups, feeling like the world is against you. There may be a negative change in your circumstances, feeling left out in the cold, alienation. So this card, the when I said the first card about having faith, that's a big thing in your reading, Aries. Okay, have faith. This card says that the general energy of your reading is saying that you're going through some hard times, either physically or financially, but you're letting these hard times erode your spirit, your faith, and your desire. You don't have the energy to get through this time. You have no faith that things will turn around. You don't even desire to seek the help that may be available to you. Okay? This Financial losses, business problems, or material lack is represented by the Five of Pentacles. It could also mean that spiritual bankruptcy is at the root of your situation. Spirit is saying that your priorities should be spiritual and not financial or worldly. Know that you are supported and never alone. Money may soon be very tight. Losses may ensue from ill-advised investments, or maybe support you had counted on won't be forthcoming. This card sometimes is advising you to ask for help from other people or the universe. That's what we do, you know, the universe, ask our angels and guides to help us. You can manifest whatever you desire. Just put the energy out there. Your third card is the Four of Wands reversed. This card represents the basis of your situation or foundation. This is you, Aries, showing up in your reading. This is a card of unhappy families. It's a card of delays, conflicts with others, feeling unwelcome, home conflicts. There's a lack of support, lack of success, lack of teamwork, lack of achievement, lack of community spirit, a community divided. Could be canceled celebrations like a wedding, a party, some kind of event. Conflict with others. It's also a card of shared happiness and good fortune, prosperity, personal celebrations. You're celebrating your good fortune in a quiet way. You may be expanding your property holdings or creative output without fanfare. Financial gains may be more modest if the card were upright, but you're satisfied with your accomplishments and the sense of having done a job well. Your public image, your relationships, and your sense of self are favorable. The universe brings all you need to feel blissful, okay? This card is warning you not to celebrate too soon. Things appear fine, but you need to wait a little bit longer to make sure. And this card could also suggest that you rethink your plans for the future. Okay, it could be a card of transience, instability, insecurity. Breakdown of communication. It could also represent inner harmony, like they said. Then your fourth card is the Knight of Cups. This is either you, someone in your life, or a situation, male or female, in a general reading. Know that the right person waits until you are ready. This is Pisces energy. So this card, you may receive an offering, okay, or an invitation with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is someone who follows their heart, is romantic, highly principled, chivalrous, romantic, charming. He represents beauty, affection, warmth. He's someone on a mission. Again, this is a card of invitations. It's about taking action. A romantic proposal, an offer. The Knight of Cups has gentlemanly behavior. Maybe some of you are being swept off your feet. The Knight of Cups could be psychic, imaginative, sensitive, caring, gentle. He's the quintessential romantic knight in shining armor, chivalrous, fiercely loyal, dreamy, appealing, sensitive, emotional. He loves art, has a deep appreciation for beautiful things. And that's funny because just before this video, I posted a daily picture of We were at a garden center this morning, my husband and I was just in awe of all the beautiful flowers. And I posted a picture of a flower, and I just said, it's really important to look at beautiful things and surround you. Make your environment beautiful. It's good for the soul. It lifts our spirits. That's the Knight of Cups. Very imaginative. Someone who's on a mission. A bit of a daydreamer. Common sense is probably not one of his virtues. He's someone with the spirit of adventure, but who is practical and materially minded. He's good at performing any task set out for him. Not likely to be a self-starter. This card could represent a situation involving arrivals and or departures. So you may quit your job for a more lucrative one elsewhere. Maybe you're moving to another locale for financial or work-related reasons, or maybe you're experiencing other changes in your life relative to money, possessions, or security. Know that the right person waits until you are ready. And then your next message is your fifth card, Three of Pentacles reversed. This card represents your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life. This card could represent some kind of disharmony, working alone, competition, truancy. Could be a group conflict. The ego is involved with this card. Lack of teamwork, it's disorganized, there's lack of cohesion, there's apathy, poor motivation, lack of teamwork, lack of growth, not learning from mistakes, an unwillingness to learn, no determination, no dedication, no motivation can be represented by the Three of Pentacles reversed. You may not be making the effort to acquire new skills you need in today's changing marketplace. You may be stuck in a job you really don't like, but lack the confidence or ambition to strike out and change things for the better. But Spirit is saying, get going. Thought without action is useless. Okay? That's why you got the message about action. Things aren't, this card could also suggest that things are not going according to plan. Maybe you've taken on too much and cannot handle everything well, or it could mean that you haven't applied yourself as well as you could have. Okay, non-attendance, staying away from school without a good reason. When you show your work, others give support is the message with the Three of Pentacles upright. The outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Devil card reversed. Major Arcana, Capricorn energy. So this card is about freedom. It's about detachment, release, independence. It's about overcoming addiction, reclaiming control, reclaiming power, detachment. This card could indicate a close call with resisting temptation or eliminating certain pleasures from your life for fear of becoming addicted. And it can also represent a recent release from a dangerous or destructive situation. Maybe you feel trapped in a situation over which you feel you have no control. So this message has come up too for you in my past readings, I believe. So yeah, feeling trapped in a situation over which you feel you have no control, but close examination will reveal that your own attitudes and beliefs are causing the problem. Examine your beliefs and learn how they're restricting you. Be careful of any quick fix to your problems, which are actually structural and not superficial. Spirit is saying if you're willing to do the hard work both on the inner and outer planes, you can begin to live your best life. I like that for you. You have the courage to do that for sure. Getting your independence, restoring control, getting freedom, reclaiming control, reclaiming power, having a revelation, release. And then your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the Queen of Swords reversed. Again, male or female in a general reading. The Queen of Swords reversed, Libra energy, lack of empathy. So don't shoot the messenger, please, Aries. This is just, I'm just channeling the messages, okay? So the Queen of Swords reversed, someone who is pessimistic, they have repressed trauma. It could represent an absent mother, someone who is not learning from the past, someone who lacks empathy, someone who is rude. It could represent, the Queen of Swords reversed could represent malicious gossip, someone who is spiteful, vindictive, bitter, cruel, cold-hearted, manipulative, infertile, bitter, harsh, dysfunctional, deceitful, unforgiving. Is someone who's dealing with mental fogginess, obsessive, dependent. General reading, just ignore what doesn't resonate, okay? Maybe you're not dealing well with a loss. There may be sadness, withdrawal, or mourning beyond reasonable expectations. And it could also represent a situation in which you're bogged down emotionally, wallowing in pain, Aries. This queen is cold, judgmental, and harsh, while extremely smart. Her gifts are tarnished by pain and bitterness. She tends to use her knowledge and her tongue to cause unnecessary pain. And then the Queen of Swords upright protects what matters to her. Okay, protect what matters to you, Aries. Then your next message is Justice, the Justice card. This is Libra energy. This card represents your environment or how others see you in your situation. Speak your truth in fairness to yourself. Okay, so this card is about taking the correct action, learning life lessons. It's a card of justice, karma, consequences, taking accountability, law, truth, responsibility, fairness, having clarity. It could represent karmic justice, legal disputes, honesty, having integrity, having balance, making a decision, equality. This card represents the importance of your choices. Whatever decision or decisions you make now will have significant consequences in your future, so choose carefully. Rely on logic and reason to make the decision rather than emotion. If you're experiencing good fortune, this card could be letting you know that it's from your past actions that made the good fortune possible. And this card could also be a reminder. It could also represent a legal situation that will be resolved in your favor. And it's also reminding you to balance your physical concerns with your spiritual growth. So yeah, an actual legal matter is pending or being considered. Whatever the situation, you must weigh many factors to make a reasoned assessment or judgment of the matter. Spirit is telling you to seek guidance from your inner self. Don't rely solely on human advisors. Think mindfully before taking any action. That's a big message in your reading. I would make a note of that for sure. Okay? This card is also reminding you to think mindfully before taking action. If other people are involved, consider their points of view, for issues of fairness are paramount now. With regards to legal matters, if a part of the circumstances, if you're dealing with legal matters, they should proceed smoothly, fairly, and in a dispassionate manner. A third party could come to your aid and help you get the fair outcome you deserve. And yeah, this card could represent anyone involved in the legal profession, a lawyer, a judge, witnesses, or law enforcement officers. Justice may describe a matter in which some sort of rectification is necessary, where wrongs must be righted. In a spiritual or personal sense, regardless of whether any laws have been broken. This is a card of karma. It's suggesting you are reaping what you have sown. This card is also, it could be advising you to become more balanced or fair-minded. You may be concerned with external circumstances, waiting for the right time to act. Maybe you're seeking justice in personal or business affairs. You may be involved in a lawsuit. But again, Spirit is saying it's really important to resolve the situation in a way that is fair to all participants. Create a balance, not only of power, but in terms of your emotional reactions to the situation. This is a time for moderation in all things, for creating harmony to facilitate relationships. Maybe you're going to be you may be called upon to arbitrate for others, or you may be subject to arbitration yourself. But Spirit wants you to know that your judgment is good at this time and you're not swayed by personal considerations or bias. And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and fear the most in your situation, is the Six of Pentacles. I give and receive for the universal good is the message on the card. This is Taurus energy again. So this card's about receiving gifts, presents, receiving support, receiving material help, being grateful, having power, sharing your wealth, being rewarded for your hard work. Again, they're bringing up equality again. They're bringing up fairness again. So definitely I would make a note of that. Community again, bringing up something to do with community. It's a card of prosperity, wealth, kindness, employment, giving back to society, receiving assistance. It's a card of success, donations, authority. It's a card of control again. Control's coming back up in your reading. Power's coming back up in your reading. So if you have a need, that need will be met by gift, donation, or through some unexpected source. If you're seeking aid, like a scholarship or a loan, this is a good sign. If someone approaches you for help, you're going to be able to help them. Okay, that's what the Six of Pentacles is about. Past financial problems have been resolved. Your income is steady. Your security is stable. You're in a balanced position concerning income and outflow. You're using your prosperity to help others. Sixes represent give and take. So this card could indicate a business partnership or shared financial responsibility. Good things are coming to you and going out from you in material terms. You're experiencing abundance, prosperity, personal fulfillment. You may be in a position to support a good cause, either by contributing financially, or maybe volunteering your time or expertise, providing work for other people as well. And then your future card, if all is to remain as is, you have the Six of Swords. Know that peaceful times will come is a message with this card. So your future, if all is to remain as is, Aquarius energy. This card is all about instability, feeling overwhelmed, feeling trapped again. So they're bringing that up again. Return from travel, resisting transition, unresolved issues, running away from problems, emotional baggage. It could represent causing trouble, rocking the boat. This card is telling you to look for ways to rebalance your life. You're slowly healing. It's a card of eloping, canceled travel, resistance to change, going through a personal transition. Again, they're bringing up a proposal of love, like the offering before. This card could indicate letting someone else make your decisions or tell you what to do, or it could mean that you're moving in the wrong direction. Watch for that. Okay, this is your future, more long-term future. It could represent delays, or that the harmony you're experiencing is internal rather than being expressed externally. You've come to a new way of thinking about your life, or maybe you're affirming your old beliefs and attitudes and you're finding a path that's comfortable for you. This card could represent accidents in water, floods, unfinished business, a declaration, a confession, feeling trapped, changing plans, abandoning plans, stormy relationships. It's telling you to stand your ground. So that is your reading, Aries. If this reading resonated, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I'm sending you a big hug. Remember, have faith, okay? No matter what is going on, always have faith, okay? In yourself and in the universe, in God. You're always safe and protected. I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.